Alright, hey. So, I was watching Asian Eyes again, and he actually was doing this rant about how Thousand Eyes Restrict could come back, and it may not even have an effect on the meta decks today. Yeah, meta decks suck. Let's just put it that way. But at the same time, there is a lot of old school cards that you can still use to be broken and to be meta. So, I'm actually going to list off some of these cards. The first two cards I'm going to list off is Flame Ruler, Taser Seahorse. These two cards are attribute based. They have the effect to be counted as two tributes for the same attribute that they are. So that's actually a really freaking good thing. You can use them to bring out just about any tribute. So that's actually something that you want to look into, putting into your decks. Also, it's a good shocker if you use something like Double Summon. The next card is Mask of Darkness. This is a very unused card that has a very good effect. Low attack, low defense. That sucks. But select one trap card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Okay, I just use a trap card, Threatening Roar, or Wabuku, or Mirror Force. I want that back. You flip them up, then you can actually take that card back, add it to your hand. So, that's actually a really good card to use for a full effect. Especially if you want to destroy your opponent. And it's a very good shock card. Like, people will be like, who uses that card anymore? Why would he use that card? But really, it actually can give you the upper hand in a duel. I wouldn't set the trap card that you just brought to your hand unless you absolutely had to. I'd normally wait about a turn or three or more till it actually looks like I have more cards and set it along with something else. So then they go after the card, they might go after the wrong one. Some people usually go after the first card you set, some people go after the second card. Because me, I'm someone that sets my second best card first, and then use my best card in my spell and trap card zone. So that's actually not a bad idea either. The next card is Van Daigle, the Dark Dragon Lord. This guy, a lot of people use counter traps, and he's very good at it with counter traps. After a counter trap you control negates the activation of an opponent's card or effects. You can special summon this card from your hand, then activate the appropriate effects based on the type of card to negate it. That's actually a pretty freaking good effect, especially since you get to use spell, trap, or effect monster. Right there, bam! You just brought out a monster with 2,800 defense, 2,800 attack, 2,500 defense. Plus you get to activate an effect alongside it. Spell, inflicts 1,500 points of damage to your opponent. That's quite a bit of damage. Especially if it's something like using a Solemn, flip that, negate, Spectral Summon him out. Like, most of these cards are very situational, which is probably why people don't use them. But they're all very good shot cards as well. But then again, all cards can be used as shot cards, and they can also be used in any situational type of deck. His next effect is the Trap. Select and destroy one card your opponent controls. Sweet pop. Monster. Effect monster. Select one monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Sorry, I had to do that one. Alright, next card, Guardian Angel Joan. Very good effect monster, especially for increasing your life points. Because when she destroys a monster, you gain that monster's attack to your life points. And like, yeah, she takes 2 tributes. But when you pair her up with something like Kasia Seahorse, then you can actually use that to your advantage. The next card that I really liked, that I'm surprised that no one is using anymore, is Gravitic Orb. Come on, guys. Seriously. A monster that changes your opponent's monsters' battle positions, you can really screw them up with that. They're just gonna be like, oh shit. Especially if you use this effect and then chain with Reverse Mirror Force. If your opponent has all attack position monsters, use this effect, change them all to defense position, activate Radiant Mirror Force, Reverse Mirror Force. Or if your opponent has all defense position monsters, use that. And then you can actually obliterate a field. That's not a bad effect. Not at all. This next card is Wall of Illusion. I run this card in almost every deck I have. I usually just side it, too. But, at the same time, that's because of its effect. Damage calculation applied normally with it, but that's kind of the downside. But, using that card against a really freaking high attack position monster is very shocking, especially if the opponent has 5-headed dragon. People have quit on me because of this card. Oh, sweet, you just got 5-headed dragon. Okay, you can attack my face down, but your 5-headed dragon gets to go back to your extra deck. So the card that you just worked so hard to get out, you get to just not have anymore. Okay, sweet. The next card, Noble Man-Eater Bug. Low attack, low defense. Takes 1 tribute. And like, yeah, with today's metas, it's very hard to get a tribute summon, because they just plow over your whole deck. But if you can actually make a situation, something like Noble Man-Eater Bug is very good to side. So using him to destroy 2 monsters on the field. Any 2 monsters. You can destroy monsters on your own side of the field, on your opponent's side of the field. So if you have something like Black Luster Soldier Envoy at the beginning, you need a Light and Dark from the grave. You don't have that, use this effect on your Light and Dark monster that's on your field. And basically, that's a huge troll towards your opponent. I love doing something like that. The next card is Infernal Flame Emperor. I don't understand why people don't use him. Takes 2 tributes, yeah. But when he tributes someone successfully, banish 5 of your fire monsters and from your grave, you can destroy your whole opponent's back row. That's a freaking awesome plus. Plus he has 2,700 attack, but 1,600 defense. Defense sucks, attack's good, effect's good. I don't see why people don't use him. He's a very good shock card. Next cards are cards like Umbriel Soul. Cards like him were very big back when he came out. I used those cards constantly, especially because of the fact that I loved using attribute decks. I still love using attribute decks, though I don't really use them anymore. But you get to basically destroy your opponent, who, if they have just 1 attribute, and it's different from cards like Umbriel Soul's attribute, you get to destroy the whole field. And basically, his effect activates when he's in the grave. So, really, they need something that would negate an effect in the grave first. The next card is Homunculus, the Alchemic Being. Very good in multiple situations. Especially because if you're using a 2 attributed deck, then you can just change his attribute from light to whatever the hell you want it to be. That's actually a really freaking good idea. You need a wind monster, change him to wind. You need a dark monster, change him to dark. You need a fire monster, change him to fire. It's not a bad idea, people. So seriously, these cards have been amazing for me to use, and people actually do not like it when I use these things because they are old cards that are overlooked. Now for a bonus card, Despair from the Dark. Very good card to side against Dark World decks. When this card is sent from your hand or deck to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, special summon this card to the field. Dark World Dealings! Hello! Not many people use him. I actually do use him in my zombie deck on Dueling Network because of that effect. He's a very good card to use, a very good card to side. 2800 attack, 3000 defense. You can use him to defend against multiple decks. So these are basically the cards that I'm just shocked that people don't use anymore because they have such good effects and they have such power-packed actions to go with them. By themselves, they're not broken cards. They are far from broken. But using them as shock factors or really any type of factor against your opponent, not a fucking bad idea. Alright, this has been Eric Pickering, Ichigo Yamamoto, signing out.